Hello everybody and welcome to Pravus Gaming and more Plague Inc. Evolved custom scenarios. A very happy Halloween to all of you. We have a scenario created by Indigo Phoenix, which I had alluded to earlier, called like a spooky plague. It's not actually named that. It's called Ereshkigal's Shadow, which I have to find, but this is supposed to be a more scary scenario, a bit more horror-themed, which makes it very appropriate for the Halloween. And even though I hadn't been planning on coming back to Plague Inc. so soon, Indigo Phoenix just always takes priority, so I have to do it. Give me 1 minute, let's see if we can find the darn thing. There we go, Indigo Phoenix, with no description at all? It's apparently a horror tag. Great little icon here. Okay, huh. Is this a reference to something? This might be one of the few times where I actually don't know what the heck is going on in an Indigo Phoenix. Okay, that's not true. I rarely know what's going on, but this may be a reference that I might be missing. I hope not. It is a necrovirus, metabolic jump, Darwinist, aquatic chemophile, and dopamine inhibitor is fine. Etimu. Okay. A bargain with death. If what you seek truly means the world to you, then I will grant it to you in exchange for the world. Go forth and conquer in my name without hesitation, and I will grant your request. Our pact is sealed in blood. With the shedding of blood, the bridge will open. When the bridge is open, the dead will rise to consume the living. Let the conquest of this world begin. Okay? Hey, this seems like really promising so far. I dig it. I dig it. I'm on board. I'm not bored. Hey, look at this. Instead of transmissions and symptoms and stuff, it's omens, afflictions, and servants. Dude, that's pretty awesome. I didn't even know you could change that. Cool. All right, what do we got? We got the howling wind. Spirits float on air currents, producing an eerie howling noise. Increases spread in dry regions and plane transmission. We have the tainted water. Infests the water, turning it a foul, murky color. Okay. This is a good, like, Halloween week kind of scenario so far. It's very creepy. We have the primal fear. Impending doom and wild animals will travel great distances from the infected areas. Interference, static, and lights flicker, slowing the cure research, reducing wealthy areas. Stench. Pathogen draws moisture out of the host, creating a foul stench that attracts insects and helps spread the plague. Good in the hot climates. Frost. Pathogen produces an antifreeze that allows it to survive while frozen, preserving in cold temperatures. Let's see. Growth. Black mold on the walls and indoor surfaces. Seeping blood-red fluids. Ugh. Gross. And blight. A disease infects plants, creating ugly splotches and causing them to wither and die. Dude, this is pretty legit so far. All right, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Looking good. We got coughing. Okay, looks pretty standard. Tinnitus? Or tinnitus? It's the one they have. It's like the ringing in the ears, right? Yeah, distraction and annoyance, slowing the cure research slightly in the infected countries. Paranoia. Nausea. Discoloration. Irregular discolored patches appear on the skin, highly visible, good for severity. And insomnia, chronic inability to sleep. Okay. All that seems pretty solid. And then we have servants. Sacrifice. The gate will open with the shedding of blood. Well, let's start with that, I guess. That leads to awaken. Let the spirits of the long deceased bind themselves to the bodies of the newly dead. The dead will rise to consume the living. Very scary, very spoopy. I appreciate. Let's go to omens. We're going to start with stench, I think, to be more effective in the hot climates. You know, with something like the coronavirus, I kind of feel like maybe starting in Saudi Arabia is not often the best. Probably would have been better for me to start in, let's say, India, but whatever. We'll go with it anyway. Let's go for howling wind next, again, to spread a little bit faster in Saudi Arabia. What do we want to go for next after that? Probably not interference, maybe primal fear. That could be solid. I mean, we are surrounded by, I think, some rural countries, aren't we? No, they're all still hot and arid. Yeah, I'm not sure yet. Let's just go for Howling Wind level 2 and then Primal Fear for the land transmission and try to get out of Saudi Arabia a little bit sooner. Afflictions. I will grab the coughing. Yes. And we probably should get the extra severity so I can get as much DNA out of the red bubbles as possible, because that would make some sense to me. So let's go for the discoloration. That leads to boils. Painful lumps make movement difficult. Okay. And anemia. Decrease in red blood cells or hemoglobin in the blood can lead to a muscle fatigue. Not sure that I necessarily need that. Tinnitus, no, probably not. Paranoia, Pneumonia, good in the cold climates. Maybe we'll pick that up later. Still don't want to rise the dead quite yet. We could go for the blight, I suppose. Rural countries and some mutation rate, sure. I mean, it's a pretty hefty amount of extra infectivity, so I'm all about that. We do want to make sure we are more effective in cold countries pretty soon, and I don't see any sort of cold resistance here, So we'll have to rely on our omens, I think. Looks to me like transmission stasis actually would be pretty strong here. Probably. Let's go for tainted water. That does lead to black mist. A strange moving fog rises from the earth and spreads across the land, obscures vision, reducing human combat effectiveness. So that sounds pretty helpful. Growth, let's go for some frost just to get a little bit of that cold resistance since we are starting to spread a little bit further up north. I mean, black mist sounds pretty good. It's extremely infective. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not even infectivity. It's terror, torment, and mortality. That's awesome. Okay, yeah, again, things I didn't really know you could change. Technology in Australia slowing infection. What the heck is that? These devices are strange and unfamiliar to me. These unflickering torches. This sorcery that allows men to speak at great distance. Mortals are not worthy of such gifts. I must send these creatures back to the darkness where they belong. Good. So I guess what I should probably do is start interfering and causing strange static. Yes, that'll creep them out. Unleash the dead. My shadow spreads through Saudi Arabia. Soon this land will be part of my domain, where my rule stands supreme. Hurry, complete the ritual. Send forth the dead. My thirst for vengeance can only be held back for so long. Yeah, I could do that. Or I could go for Black Mist too. But you know what? Since they asked so politely, let's go ahead and awaken the dead. Ooh, okay, lots of abilities here. So we have Command. The dead are under your control. Use active ability to send the horde wherever you wish. Probably worth picking up. We have Eternal Vigil. When damaged or deprived of food, the undead enter hibernation and await further orders. I'm guessing this reduces the decay rate a little bit? Yeah, it says that right there. I guess I could have read the rest of the description. All right, fair enough. Also activates the ability to reanimate the fallen. Pretty helpful. Victorious Spirit, empowered with terrifying willpower when claiming victory. Gain 15 soul points when destroying an enemy base. I just noticed it's not even DNA, it's soul points. Okay. Gain points when you destroy enemy bases. I wonder if Indigo Phoenix has changed the rate of ZCOM spawning. I guess we're going to find out. Crypt. The undead can create crypts for protection and preservation. Good lord, is this a necrovirus? Or is this a vampire shadow plague? I don't know yet. Harrowing 1. The souls of the dead wander the earth, disrupting research. The more dead, the more cure research will slow. Sounds pretty helpful. And then we could increase the size of our hordes. We could get them hungry so they travel faster. Also, Plague Bearers. Releasing it upon being destroyed. When zombies fall in battle, they infect a portion of the population. That sounds extremely strong against ZCOM. Okay. Okay, so I like a lot of this. A lot of this sounds pretty darn helpful to me. We're to grab pneumonia, though. I still need to spread the disease in general. Etemu begins to reanimate the dead. What a creepy... It kind of looked like a sea monster to me. So, alright. So what do we want to do with the hordes? Well, let's send a few from... Actually, we haven't really had a lot of people die yet. What we need is more lethality. That's what I could use right now. More mortality. Boils, fever. That sounds good. And then we can get convulsions. Bursts of electrical activity in the brain cause full-body muscle spasms, which can injure to the victim and severely exacerbate already dangerous situations. Perfect. We'll grab some of that as well. I just need to get as many people dead so we can have as many zombies arising as possible. Still only zombies in Saudi Arabia, though, which I find to be a little on the confusing side. Let's go for hunger for the conversion rate. That could be good. I'm not worried about this yet, not until ZCOM spawns. We could go for undersea travel, so they travel across the water faster. I don't necessarily find that important. Conversion rate, maybe. Undead Horde, maybe later. This could be useful later. Okay, we're going to hold off on any more of those. Let's go for some interference to reduce the advantage of the wealthy areas so we just kind of spread a little bit faster. Destroy some of that pesky technology that mortals are not deserving of, obviously. Growth, sure. Have a bit more urban transmission. That seems useful as well. Okay, so what are we missing currently? Caribbean, Madagascar, New Guinea, and Greenland are the only islands remaining. And Greenland did just shut down their ports. Unfortunately, still don't have any zombies over there, so I can't do much. Can get into Madagascar. I guess we'll go ahead and speed that along. We'll probably do something similar here with New Guinea. Let's just go ahead and make sure that the islands are not an issue. Whoop, I missed a thing because tumors mutated. No, something about modern technology. It probably didn't like it again. Boo, whatever. Gastric ulceration. Severe pain in the abdominal region can be lethal. Sounds good to me. And then let's also go for things like paranoia to slow down the cure a little bit. I mean, that could be helpful. They are just now starting on it. Not that I think it's going to matter too much. People are turning into zombies. Yes, we have a couple thousand that we're working with now. Perfect. Now we're cooking with gas. Let's pick up... Let's pick up Fervor for a little bit more conversion rate. That leads to Undead Cavalry. Oh, good. We get to infect evil mounts. It's just like having the skeletal mounts in Warcraft, you know? Those are always pretty cool. The dead ride upon evil mounts, which bear them across the land and run down their enemies, greatly increasing land travel speed and conversion rate. All right. Evolve purple traits to weaken the infected countries. Those miserable apes think they can fight the endless dead with their stone walls and fire sticks. Let the plague seep within them and enfeeble their souls. When their lands lie beneath the shadow, my armies will crush those fools. So purple traits, huh? So I guess that's where the black mists come into effect. Okay. Reducing their effectiveness? Sure. Cramps? I'm guessing these also count as purple traits, so they're helpful. There's dysentery. Epilepsy? Random blackouts reduce the ability of the victim to function independently. Okay. Insomnia leads to hypertension. Okay, so what we're really doing there, I think, is just weakening the humans themselves, making them sick. That's primarily our goal, it would appear. I could be spreading the disease a little bit more effectively than I am currently, though. I will go for the Black Mist, and then I will spread up into... Let's send some guys from the UK to Sweden, since it's a good central location, and try to infect the rest of Scandinavia. ZCOM has been activated in the Finlands. Okay. I'm going to go for Frost, so we are a bit more effective in the cold climates. And that would lead to crystallization. The pathogen replaces moisture in its host with a strong antifreeze, allowing it to freeze over unharmed. Increases transmission and slows decay in the cold countries. Alright, so with ZCOM active, and we are now in Finland, so they are growing stronger, gotta be worried about that. We're gonna go for Plague Bearers. So as they kill zombies, we infect more of the population. Right now, we don't have any zombies, we gotta be careful about that, but eventually that could end up being very, very powerful. Schizophrenia. I don't even know where that came into play. Hang on, where is it? There it is. Shifts in personality and unpredictable behavior. Okay. Analgesia, however you say that. Strong flood of endorphins renders the host unable to feel pain, causing them to ignore minor symptoms. Not sure that's important to me right now. Psychosis could be okay. More severity, obviously still quite good. Countries are preparing for an invasion around the world. Okay, slight issue there. Let's send some zombies over into Finland. Not that we have a lot currently. I'm kind of low on the DNA, so that's concerning. ZCOM wants to send up a new base. Is this the best you can do? You're holding back, aren't you? If you want me to return this soul to life, you must show me your resolve. Bring the world to its knees. Show no mercy. As they set up a new base in Spain. Okay, hang on. Eternal Vigil. Don't need that. Larger hordes could be helpful. Harrowing. Not yet. Let's go for Crypt. That leads to Ziggurat. The undead gather bricks and stones, building their crypts in massive defensive structures, increasing combat strength while in a crypt. Do I have to place these down? I might. This actually might be borrowing from the Shadow Plague. Catacombs. The dead carve out caves and tunnels below the crypts to rest in while awaiting orders. Slows decay rate while in a crypt. Okay, we're going to go for the Ziggurat. Citadel. The undead fortify their crypts further, constructing vast fortresses for defense, increasing combat strength while in the crypts. So I'm guessing we want to place these down in places where we think that ZCOM's going to set up. But what if I place one down, like, in the place where ZCOM is set up? Can we actually have, like, a siege going on? Maybe. Zombies create a crypt in Finland. The zombies have constructed a crypt to dwell in. Crypts offer a local combat bonus and will also slow decay significantly, allowing zombies to wait while the plague spreads. Use crypts wisely as their cost will increase. Sounds good. Let's also set one up in Spain. Curia is making some serious progress, which is a problem. We are growing the number of zombies currently in Finland, so I think this is making a difference. We will also set one up in, let's say, the USA, because they may set up something sort of in North America, and I like to be able to react to that situation. Let's also make sure we get into Greenland. Could do this again. Let's not worry about that right now, though. Reducing rate of decay makes sense to me. Skeletons. The souls of the dead are bound to their very bones, allowing them to walk even when stripped of flesh. Who needs muscles and tendons? That's optional. Slows decay rate and increases the number of reanimated. Revenant Fury. The stricken dead remember the pain they experienced in life, reanimating with a vengeful glow in their eyes and fighting with renewed vigor. That's only if you rely very heavily on reanimation, which I pretty rarely do. I think I will grab a level of harrowing to slow down the cure research, since a lot of the world should start becoming zombified. We could reanimate. Not worried about that right now. Not going to worry about that either. Don't need more omens here. I want to slow down the effectiveness of the humans. Let's go for some hypertension. That leads to anxiety and arrhythmia. So we're stressing out the humans. Use the world map to find countries with no undead. My shadow covers the country of Madagascar, but the dead do not walk among them. Send my army forth to consume them before I lose my patience. It's true, there actually are no zombies in Madagascar. Does that strike you as a little bit bizarre? Because it strikes me as kind of bizarre. Huh, okay. Anemia, again, just trying to reduce the effectiveness of the humans. Looks like we are spreading just fine in Finland and in Spain, so we should be destroying all of that. So what I probably should do is grab Victorious Spirits level 1 and 2, and hopefully that pays for itself once I've officially destroyed the remaining bases. Which I'm kind of surprised that Spain is not... I guess everyone's infected, but not everyone is zombified. Yeah, okay, that makes some sense. Let's go for the Citadel. Again, just making them more effective. So Finland should be pretty much infected entirely now. And then let's make the humans as weak as we can. We're going to go for some anxiety. We're going to go for epilepsy. We could go for cramps. There's also depression. Okay, spreading pretty nicely through Canada now. I was expecting a bit more Zcom bases than we currently are facing, though. So we'll grab depression. That leads to mania, psychopathy, and despair. Okay, tinnitus has mutated on its own. Still haven't destroyed these bases, though. We're not actually spreading zombies all that fast, which surprises me. The Caribbean still needs to be infected. Let's fix that real quick. Send some zombies to consume the flesh of the living. Catacombs, I don't think is helpful if you're not going to set up a lot of crypts. Zcom has been destroyed in Spain, which should give me a huge burst in DNA, and it looks like it did. How's the cure looking? Not making a lot of progress, so I feel kind of comfortable with this as is. We haven't even really upgraded our hordes, but I don't feel like we need to. Blackout's not helpful. Almost everyone's been infected. At this point, it really is about just reducing the effectiveness of the humans so we can zombify the remainers. So let's go for despair. Psychosis. There is hallucinations, so they can't respond to danger. Apocalypse has arrived. Mass despair has struck in Central Europe. Many citizens are giving up all hope in resisting the oncoming slaughter. Okay. Arrhythmia seems fine. Get some extra DNA there. We'll go for the cramps. Mass suicide in New Guinea. The bodies will rise as zombolinis. Not actually spreading as fast as I would like in Greenland. People are infecting. There we go. Now we have zombies that are consuming the flesh. Perfect. Do we want to do any resurrections? No. Places like France and stuff are almost dead. Everyone's basically dead. We just need to finish, I think, Greenland, and we win. You lack resolve. Really? Do I? Because I feel like I'm doing okay. You come before me, asking to return a soul from the land of no return as if it is a small thing to change the order of the world? If you truly craved it as I crave vengeance, you would not be so slow in fulfilling your end of the bargain. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was failing you so horribly. I'm trying my darndest, dang it. I guess we'll go ahead and grab the catacombs. Just slow down the decay rate a little bit in some of these places, like Finland. I don't know. Greenland's been fully infected. We're just waiting on the zombies to finish everyone else off. The Caribbean is the only other place left, which is struggling a little bit. I guess I could send a couple more zombies, but we never did start with the major horde, so we can't actually infect them that much more. I say that, though. We actually are doing okay. A lot of people dying very quickly, though. Okay, what if I did a quick reanimation here to just increase the number? There we go, 800,000 more zombies should speed things along a little bit. Alright, so everyone's been infected and zombified in some way, yes? So are we just waiting on the world to die, or do we win now? I don't know. And if that's the case, then maybe we don't want to do any more reanimations. New Zealand? New Zealand doesn't have any zombies. Wait a minute. Oh, that's... Okay, hang on. That's a problem. We actually do need to send specifically some zombies to the region, because even though they're infected, none of them actually turned into a zombie. Oh, that's bizarre. Okay. Wait, is that true? No. USA has zombies. Iceland? Iceland doesn't. Okay, hang on. Send some zombies there. What is happening here? Australia, Greenland's got it. Canada is zombified. Australia is fine. Okay. Yeah, no, I think it is actually just a matter of getting some zombies over here to give them a good chomp-chomp. And as they kill people, I can reanimate, which will probably speed things up a little bit. I'm hoping? Okay. Okay. There we go. There we go. Weird. What a weird way to do things. It's not enough just to infect. You really do have to actually turn everyone into a zombie. And I kind of expected that the disease, with things like epilepsy and convulsions and other lethality options, would automatically have zombified. But apparently that is not the case. So we're going to go ahead and resurrect some of the dead here in New Zealand and in Iceland. I'm just trying to kind of hit that critical mass a little bit faster. Okay, zombified Iceland, no problem. And there we go. Huh. Normal, 2-star, the Thrall. You have done your part and given this world over to my hand. You have shown some skill, but not complete resolve. Therefore, you will guide the dead in the conquest of the heavens, and then perhaps I will consider granting your request. So I didn't actually get, like, the good ending? Well, the skilled ending, I suppose? Interesting. Okay. Etemu and its zombies have consumed humanity. There is nothing left. What a weird way to do the scenario. Death officially reigns. That's kind of fun. So, So, I was actually kind of looking at this scenario thinking it's a good reskinning, but it didn't actually change the mechanics quite as much as I would have expected from Indigo Phoenix. But the more I'm kind of getting into it, the deeper I get into it here, I'm finding, yeah, the mechanics are different, and if you want to get a truly skilled ending, you do have to play it in a specific way. You have to learn how Etemu expects you to destroy the world, and actually make sure that everyone zombifies properly. Which is interesting. So I think what I should have done differently is I should have relied a lot more on the hordes in order to make sure I was properly spreading the zombification around the world, and I could have beaten this a little bit faster. I'm going to retry this one more time. I'm not going to show it. I'm just going to zoom forward and see if I am correct, and see if I can get a slightly better ending. Stand by. Yeah, tried it again. It didn't seem to help me all that much. Moving the zombies around is important, but the real trick, I think, is watching countries where ultimately your zombies do spawn. I had some in Iceland, for example, and then they disappeared. And I'm guessing what happened is they decayed too fast. So I suspect actually managing the decay rate, especially in harsh environments, is probably the way to go. Regardless, pretty cool scenario. I like this one a lot. I think Indigo Phoenix did a very good job. It's not quite as revolutionary as some of his other scenarios, but the theme is strong, lots of customization, and I actually think I could spend a fair bit of time trying to figure out the right formula to get a high score and find out what the good ending is, or rather the skilled ending. I don't know if I would call it good exactly. Still, I like it a lot. Absolutely, I would recommend it. If you guys can figure out a really good strategy, let me know, because I would be interested in seeing it. Thank y'all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, hit the notify bell, and follow me on Twitter since that exists now, and I will see you guys next time.